Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to teach you how to reduce mental stress. I'm going to share with you some incredibly powerful and easy techniques that anyone can do, regardless of what you're going through. When you apply these techniques, you're going to reduce mental stress quickly and begin to feel calm, relaxed, peaceful, joy, and have a clear mind again. And when you have a clear mind, transformation is possible. The more we become in tune with our self-awareness, the quicker it is for us to make transformations in our lives. This can happen very quickly and easily. You start to attract all the things you want in your life. Really getting out of stressful mental states is the goal here. So a lot of people don't actually know and apply these techniques in their lives. This is why this is going to be so beneficial. When you don't know these techniques I'm sharing with you to reduce mental stress, you can be feeling stuck, feeling terrible and upset, out of sorts, without much control. It's really limiting. Best of all, you can start to use these techniques right away. Right after you watch this video, you can start applying them. It's amazing. So if you're ready to reduce mental stress using these techniques I'm about to share with you, type ready in the comments and let's get started. Real quick, if you like this video, give it a like and share it with friends you think will like it. Okay, let's get into it. Number 1, setting your day. When you wake up in the morning, while you're still laying down, take 3 deep breaths and give thanks, gratitude for at least 5 things in your life. You can appreciate your bed, people that love and care for you, grateful for coffee in the morning, your tea in the morning. It can be anything that you're grateful for. It's a warm day today. Just find 5 things to be grateful for. What this does is that it puts your mindset in a place of plenty versus a place of lack. And so this is really important. Anyone can do this. I do not get out of my bed until I set these sort of like intention for my day. It really sets the mood for my day. If you can meditate in the morning as well, 15 to 20 minutes in the morning is excellent. Okay, and with that, make sure you're getting some good sleep. Number 2, stay off the digital devices for at least 30 minutes after you wake up. Now, there's a lot of scientific research that backs this up. You really want to have a positive mindset going through your day. And so a lot of us will reach for, our phones or check our emails and all of these things. And there can be things and images and things that people are saying that can trigger you and upset you and start to put you into a negative state. So that's why it's really important just to sort of have a little ritual morning time. I love this. Try to get some sunlight, go outside, some fresh air, just for 5 minutes or so while you're making your tea, coffee, whatever it is. These are all setting up your day in a way that's really going to fuel you. It's really setting up your day for ease and flow. And when you bump into things throughout the day, you have a little bit more patience, you have a little bit more tolerance, because you spend this morning time priming yourself, priming your mind to give you that improved self-awareness, not let things really get to you as much. So that's why this 1 and 2 is so important, setting your day and not using these devices for at least 30 minutes. I personally don't get on it for at least an hour. My morning rituals like lighting an incense as I'm making my coffee and standing out on my balcony to get some sunlight. And I really love that time. I let my mind just be free and flowing. I try not to think about what is going on. This is my time to really get in touch with creating some inner spaciousness in my mind so that I'm ready to attack the day with confidence and power. I can't tell you how this has transformed my life. Anyone can try this. It's so easy. You are going to see great outcomes. Number 3. Don't give in to fear, because whenever you do, you lose self-control. Remind yourself to keep your focus on things that can strengthen your mind and body. So we hear this a lot, right? But what does that actually mean? What does that look like? Knowing that there are a lot of things that you do have control still in your life. Remembering that you do this by what you're giving your attention to. So if you're giving your attention to something, whether that's a thought in your mind or some image or whatever, you're watching something, step back and say, if it was causing me to feel like this, and switch it, stop it, turn it off. Don't let things pull and tug your mind everywhere and be frazzled out. So really trying to notice this, notice when you are, and stop doing whatever is causing it. So that's a decision. It's really important that you pay attention to your body and your mind, because you will start to feel your body sends you signals and your mind is sending you signals all the time. And so when you start to feel yourself getting upset or angry or feeling worried and all of these things, really that's a cue. So whatever it is, you need to turn it off, stop it. So you're switching that event up. Basically switch states, like go and do something else that is the opposite of that. I like doing a giant stretch and just like move my body around a bit, because when you move your body, it's it's just circulating and good things are happening. It's just a lot of mind-body connection starts to happen there. So just a simple technique like that, just getting up, and when you're feeling any sort of fear, just move your body. It gets your mind out of thinking, because the tactile sensation, move around, get some fresh air, get something to drink. You're just shifting that attention from whatever is causing that. So fear is not good. We don't want that. So remember, focus on the things you do have control over, and that's where you'll find power and not fear. These techniques are easy. Anyone can use them, and you will see great results quickly. Number 4. This one is vital, and it's one that's very close to my heart. Decreasing emotional stress. And I think this is especially for women. We tend to go through a lot, or can take a lot of emotional stress until it really affects our health. This can be a little challenging, because it can be sometimes with relationships or people we work with. So the fact is, you can practice to lower your interaction and involvement with anyone or any event that is causing emotional stress inside of you. So I know we're talking about mental stress, but emotional stress contributes to mental stress. And mental stress is, a lot of research shows, is the cause of most diseases. It raises cortisol levels. It's really bad for our health. It puts us in a very bad place. The fact is that most people will endure this emotional stress, and it's because they think it just is part of their life. But I'm here to say that you can reduce this and limit it, and you have to respect yourself enough to do it. Initially, it's hard to pull yourself and decrease that relationship with that person or event, but when you do, to feel different, you start to feel like a weight was lifted off of you. You start to feel so different. You start to just feel more energy in yourself, because you're not weighted down by all of this emotional stress all the time. They're like little things that just like stick around in your head all the time, all around the place, and nagging at you. You're not engaging with a event or person contributing to your emotional wellness, and that is vital. We need to surround ourselves with people that support us and love us and care for us and are there for us, and that are not in some way when triggering us all the time, and making us feel upset. And so there's a part where you're also having to work on your reactivity, but also knowing that if that person or event is not really contributing to your emotional wellness is so key to recognize. And then once you recognize that, just start to limit and decrease the amount of time that you're engaging with that person or event. So I hope that you'll practice this one a lot. It just takes a little recognition. Again, we're talking about self-awareness here in your body, mind, and those are the cues that are going to help you overcome the mental stresses you're experiencing in your day. Okay, so this works. You're going to get great results with these techniques, and you're going to start seeing them happen quickly, and anyone can practice these. Okay, moving on, diving into any self-expression, whether you're doing that already or you're not doing it at all, it's going to really help with mental stress. There are a lot of things we would love to do. A lot of people would love to have some kind of art form. This is so freeing for your spirit, and it really helps your spirit feel flourished. Tinkering around with anything that, you know, really gets your mind into it, that you actually feel really good when you're doing that. There's so much power in that. It's like an active meditation, and it puts your mental state in such a good place. Find whatever that is. It can be anything from you drawing, paint, watercoloring, or playing an instrument, you know, woodsmanship. You know, maybe you've always wanted to be a YouTuber. You know, maybe you've always wanted to do that dance class, play tennis, digital art even, you know, that's a big thing. Find ways to have a self-expression and making that in the front of your life. For me, it's dancing and tinkering around with my little drum. I love the sound it makes, and it really helps to relax my mind, and it's so easy to do, and there's no judgment here. There's no judgment at all, like, oh, I'm not gonna be good at this, or it's just for you. There's no judgment. Even if someone told you were bad at that, just ignore that. This is your self-expression. It has nothing to do with thinking, really. It's just something you do that makes you feel, you know, like you're expressing a part of you that has been held back for a long time. And there's so much power in that. There's an overall sense of goodness in it that makes you feel good about yourself. And when you feel good about yourself, your self-awareness just like blossoms up, and like you are just open to so much transformation that you've been wanting in your life. This technique is so powerful. It's full of benefits for the mind. Okay, so the next one is nature. Nature is a natural relaxer for us. There's so much in nature that is built into our system that can actually really relieve mental stresses. I'm fortunate in the sense that I live near the beach, so I try to get out to the beach as often as I can, and I love getting on my bike and riding. Anything, finding nature, finding any piece of nature, whether that's a park, finding an area that has some nature for you to connect with, it is so grounding, and it really serves us in such a great way. It's in our biology, so it's just really great when we can actually access this amazing point where it helps lifts our spirits. I love looking at a sunset or a sunrise. So just find any outlet that will help you to connect with nature somewhat, because it is a really great teacher for us, and I think it really is something that we can start to use right away. I am someone that has to always feel connected to nature, because then I feel connected to myself, and of course exercise. So as you can see, all of these are really simple techniques that we can implement, and that's the goal, implementing them, making them a part of our lives, be something that it's automatic. And I don't mean that you have to stress yourself out and, you know, do some crazy heavy lifting, be in painful, you know, a lot of us have the idea that exercise has to hurt and has to be painful for it to be effective. Not true. They found that walking is one of the best exercises for you. It's a complete exercise. As long as you do it for about 25 minutes, at least 25 minutes in your life. So all of these techniques, we want to make them really become infused with our lifestyle. Willingness to say, okay, this is important to me. My mental state is very important to me. I don't want to stress out, because when I stress out, I feel terrible. I feel just not good. I don't want to feel not good. I want to feel like I have a clear mind and I'm in a place for transformation in my life. I'm open to all the possibilities that can happen when I'm in this state. But when I'm stressed out, I'm closed off. I'm closed off to those possibilities that could be happening. So definitely you're going to see results. You can start doing them right now. All right, next up is food. Food is medicine for your body and mind. So when you start to think of food that way, it really changes your perspective on what you're putting inside your body. More foods that are whole, not processed, less packaging for sure. So if something is processed and packaged, it's a no-no. It's probably packed with chemicals. I think a lot of us know this already. Invest in buying more quality foods is what's going to carry you through life. Do not want to end up on some sort of pharmaceutical later on my life. Food today is poison. Literally, it's poisoned with pesticides and all sorts of hormones and all sorts of antibiotics and things like that. And we really need to be aware and make conscious decisions where our food's concerned, because it really has an impact on our life, our mental state, whether you're going to be depressed and anxious. A lot of this contributes to what you're putting in your body. There's water and then there's clean water. So investing in a great water filter is so vital here. Taking in quality water without fluorides, with our hormones. A lot of our water has hormones, which are crazy disruptors for us. When we are taking in hormones that are coming in from the water, it can really send all kinds of fluctuations in your body. It's terrible. We really need to take care of our mental state. So I really hope that you guys will start implementing this now in your life as soon as possible, and you will see the great benefits it has to offer you. I know I went on and on about that, but it's something so important, well-being. So thank you all for watching, and loving kindness to you all.